Boulder Chris. We're live on Twitch, and we're still playing The Witness. It's beam by beam. We've just lit up the quarry laser beam. We're moving on now to the Desert Ruins area, which is close at hand. Just head over there. Don't need to do anything special to unlock the area. You can just walk over there from a few different directions, and here it is. Just need to find a path down. There we go. Now this was an area that I found quite frustrating, because here's the first puzzle and there's literally no clue of what to do with it. And having tried a few solutions, I ended up having to Google to see what to do, and it is unfortunate that I had to do that, because the basic mechanics actually aren't that tricky. A friend of mine was playing this area as well, and he just guessed this first puzzle completely. And you know, there's a lot of different options that it could be. I don't know how we managed to guess it right first time, but it is more subtle than simple guesswork. If you catch sunlight angle correctly, there, you can see the solution that's been scratched into the surface. Sometimes actually just remembering them is the hard part as well. Right, so that one's harder to see because there's additional shadows, but it basically has to go round the outside to, I think, there. Yes, it is. So this one as well is very well covered, meaning you can't see very much more than the first line of it. You can get the panel to move, although I've clearly picked the wrong direction there. So again, it's one of these ones where it's only going to be visible from a certain angle. So yeah, we can see the right half of it there. And there, the left half of it. And I think that was the shape that was drawn. No? Oh, and it's annoying that you got to backtrack as well. So this is one of those areas where pen and paper can come in very handy. Still no. Right, this is annoying. Whoops, that's all over the shop. Oh, so easy to draw this wrong when you're trying to go fast. We've got a viewer, hello there. So why am I remembering this one wrong? Was it just like that? No, it wasn't. Right, okay. Entirely unpowered the panel. Okay, so it must be that it actually comes down the centre line. Oh, we haven't managed to start the puzzle there. So yeah, must come down the centre line and then do that. Did I get it that time? I did. So now we've got puzzle panels up there to get at. And very difficult to actually get the angle to see the whole solution there. But you can at least see most of it. Okay, so we've got a total of 3 panels up here. Are they all lit up? So again, it's trying to find that sweet spot where the light's hitting them correctly. Just try to get the angle right for some of them. There we are. Might actually be able to operate that from down here. There we go. That was fairly straightforward. Where's the magic spot for this one? Certainly getting some of it. I don't know if that's just straight across. It was. So that's uncovered all 3 panels on this one. I just need to try and catch a reflection on that panel to see what the solution is. This might be one. Oh no, there you go, can just about catch some of it from underneath. Then another one that we can't really do much with, but it's got an additional control on it. Not sure where the best angle for that is. Might even be above. Or it might not. This is the frustrating part of this area, is trying to work out where you're actually going to get the view from, and also if it's a moving panel, being there at the right time to catch it as well. Still no. I suppose technically for this one it turns so far that I could just stand still and hopefully the the reflecty bit will at some point pass through my field of vision. Catching some of it there, it looks to be coming out at the bottom at least. Might be that it's viewed from the back platform. Which you can actually get really high up on. There. I didn't quite have the fine control to be able to trigger it from up there, but I think it was just that as a simple solution. So it was, and now that moves us away from this area a little bit, I think. Not very far. We've just got the underneath bit lit up. So here we go, and it's essentially more of the same in here. So again, this is where pen and paper would come into play. What we have got out here is a way to shift the lighting in the room. So there we are, I've got one of them which has opened up half the panel down there. But yeah, definitely a nuisance area of the game for sure. Struggling to see that one. That's going wrong. There we are, so it's popped open the one on the floor, which again is going to have to be viewed from a whole variety of angles. I think, in fact, it may need to be viewed from a different orientation. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it there. Very little bit of it. And a little bit more of it there. And yeah, a little bit more. But it's not an easy one. There we are, so we get to go further down the ruins now. So we can actually see a puzzle panel directly ahead of us there, but that's not actually the puzzle panel, that is a reflection. This central area is water. So I need to try and draw that on the panel above, bearing in mind that it is reflected. Which I failed to do there. Come on, get the start point. There we are. So the centre is the centre, however that's reflected. And then, is that, oops, might have gone too far there. Was that it? That was it. Again, we've got a little reflective area. That's a little harder for me to relate to what's on the panel. But I think that's right. This one, of course, can't actually see all of the solution at once. It's unhelpful that it's changed the viewpoint there. Is that not it? Okay, so it's got to start low, go high. What am I getting wrong there? Oh, it goes around the outside, so start low, go high, come down. Whoops. Is that it? That is it. Right, where have we lit up now? So it must be this one over here. And definitely can't see the whole, I can see the whole solution, just can't see the panel. Okay, so it's going to start at the top, come halfway round, and then do a bit of sawtoothing. There we go. So that has lit up the door control. Another frustrating part about this section is that just when you think you finished it, there's more to it. And this bit was just very, very frustrating. So at the minute I can't even see a panel that I'm supposed to be able to use. So there we are, there's a panel. Can I activate that panel yet? Okay, I can use the panel. Trouble is, I can't see a solution. So you need to change the level of the water in the area, so it will slowly drain out. And hopefully that will show a solution at some point on the way down. Okay, we got one. And then one beside it as well, which I can't quite see the solution to. This whole platform runs all the way around the area as well. By the way, there's several switches to change the water height. And this one is definitely about where is the sweet spot in the room that will get the light just right, usually when the water's in motion. I think the first two are reasonably gentle, but something like that. Yep. Okay, so we've got this one now. Maybe I didn't actually trigger the water there. I didn't. Well, I didn't feel like that came into the light at all. What about if I stand all the way over there? Felt like that might have been about the right angle to stand at, but some of the scenery then got in the way. What about if we stand on the other side? Still didn't feel like I caught it there. Aha! So it's basically a fairly simple cup pattern, which must start high. Or maybe it starts low. There we go. At least it's not deactivating the previous panels, because that was damned annoying. Can't even see a reflection for that one at the moment. You can see the cable from here, so presumably that'll bring it up into the right sort of area. Getting a sort of sense of a diagonal line there, but I could be very wrong. Am I trying to... What? Is that panel actually underwater? Well, let's try a diagonal line. No, I'm obviously mistaken about that. Sort of feels like this is the right area to stand. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's over here. That's a very obstructed view though. Felt like I was seeing bits of it there, but it was potentially just shadows from the surrounding scenery. There we are. I'll admit to Googling that one because I was just not getting any joy seeing it, and I may yet Google a few more just to save you the pain of seeing them in their very drawn out fashion. Oh, okay, can I think make out a shape there? What about the other way round? Oh, that feels close to me. God, some of these sharp angles are really hard to steer around. Was that it? That's accepted it, I think. What has that changed? Okay, that might have been the last little bit needed to complete that area. I'm even struggling to see my way around the scaffolding at this point. No, not done the lot, obviously. That one's not lit up yet. That one is done, isn't it? So what's it connected to? Really struggling to follow these cables. Okay, right, yeah, it must be this panel that's now ready to go, although I can't see it getting a lead-in power cable. And from recollection, this is one of the worst ones to actually see the reflection for. it's also a very complicated pattern as well, so, or one that would be difficult to guess at anyway. Oh, there, you can see some of it there. Very, very little of it, but you can see some of it. Might be one where you need to stand in two different places to catch both sides of it, which would be annoying. But I wouldn't put it past this game. Didn't seem to be there. Hi, Conmill. No, it's not my first playthrough. It's been quite a while since I did do it, and while I'm trying not to resort to googling the solutions for this area this time round, I certainly did do some of them first time round, because it is just incredibly frustrating trying to work out exactly where it was it wanted you to stand to be able to see the bloody solutions. I mean, you can barely see the reflection of the panel there, never mind what's on the panel. So yeah, apologies, but that one's coming out of Google as well, in the interests of a bit of brevity in the video. Oh yeah, there was some bits of this game that I just really struggled with. The parts where you have to distinguish the different tones in the jungle, I found virtually impossible. There we are. So, and this one, it's once you've established what the mechanics are, it is just a question of trying to find that exact right spot to stand, and it becomes really time consuming and frustrating. So yeah, that was why I allowed myself the fallback of the internet. I must admit it was far more enjoyable to try and get things worked out for myself. Very satisfying to do that, in fact. Right, so this one looks like being an S shape and a completely flat line on the other half of the panel. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm seeing one half on the bottom panel and one half on the top panel. Very strange. I'm definitely getting mixed messages off that. Let's try the one on the bottom panel first of all. Oh right, can't do that. So, whoops. Is that it? Because that kind of looks like what's on that panel. Or maybe, oh right, that panel's going to light up separately. Right, okay. I'm distracting myself with the two there. Okay. Can't quite see the final part of the top panel there. I'm reasonably confident that that bit is about right. It was. Okay. That one is the fairly flat looking S. There we go. Such a variability with these puzzles. Like the ones in that last area with the water level going up and down were frankly nightmarish at times, but the couple in there that I've just done haven't been too bad. Okay, so the top bit I've been able to see out of the water, and the bottom bit I'm going to try and follow from the reflections. No, not quite. Have I just done exactly the same thing again there? What about that? No. And that looks right to me. Maybe I'm just not catching the angle exactly right again. No. Where is that bloody line going? I feel sure like I definitely entered that solution before. Maybe I'm getting that first bit a little bit wrong. Kind of struggling to see where else I can stand to try and get a better angle on that. So annoying. There we go. That is definitely annoying. So that would be how we light the laser in the area. That's the good news, we're getting close, but it's one of these ones that's got a panel or a shutter blocking the panel, so we need to light up the other half. So we've got an unpowered panel here. Should be able to draw on this panel. Yeah, now you can see the sort of pathway that needs to be taken in the reflection, but unfortunately can't actually draw it from this side, and as such you have to come behind, having written it down with a pen and paper of course. It's something like a staircase from recollection. Can't exit there. Only to exit in the middle. Right, okay, so that's obviously not quite right. Nor is that. I think that is possibly it, except I'd have to go down into that bottom corner. So let's give that a try. And already I've forgotten what I was doing there. No. No, again, another one that I'm going to have to take on Google, I'm afraid. Still isn't even all that easy, believe it or not. Yeah, staircasey. So then it's quite near the end of this piece, but again you can't get the angle on that panel either directly or on the reflection. But it is a panel that can be moved. and it's a very simple design. It points down in the water, it must point up on the board, so again I'm struggling to draw the angles, but I think that is it. That is it. Now leaving us the very last little bit of this area. And that should be the laser activated, and the trophy should pop in a minute. Not that it will show completely on the feed. There we go, that has just popped. Trophy for Desert Ruin. We're up to 3 viewers now. Some of you have tuned in at exactly the right time to actually see the laser getting fired, rather than my bumbling around trying to get it, even with the assistance of Google, for a couple of the more frustrating puzzles in that section, of which there are many. We'll let the laser fire off because we're not absolutely done here, if memory serves anyway. So there we go, the laser has fired, but where the hell is it going? So we'll follow it over, which hopefully can do in a relatively direct line. We can. So it goes over into the town area. And we need to be able to do something to redirect it, which looks like it's going to be fairly straightforward to do for the time being. So we just need to change the layout of this panel here. Can't remember the exact angle that it needs to go at, but hopefully that one's about right. So not quite, still hitting the back of the panel, so try there. So we're getting a reflection now. There we are, that's better. That has joined the other lasers up at the top of the mountain, so that's 10 of the 11 lasers now lit up, bringing us to the end of this beam, and also this stream about the beam. And also conveniently leaving us in the town area, which is the last area for the 11th beam, and all the puzzles in the town area are an amalgamation of all the puzzles that we've seen before. So hopefully, leading up to this final, what will be the final episode, we should have encountered every puzzle type before, and we should have the means to be able to fire off that 11th laser and get up to the top of the mountain. It is worth noting, of course, you can get into the mountain having only fired up 7 of the 11 lasers, so if you don't fancy the teeth gnashing frustration attached to the Desert Ruins area, or can't deal with the colour separation business in the bunker, or the auditory discrimination bits within the jungle area, you can miss certain ones of the mount, which is good news if you just want to get into the mountain, bad news if you're trying to get the platinum trophy on the game. But that's it for this episode anyway, so thank you for watching, and thanks for your little bit of joining in and your understanding there, Conmill, most appreciated. If you like what you see, drop me a follow on Twitch, and if you want, you can check out some previous work both on The Witness and also Prey and Enter the Gungeon over on YouTube under the username Baldy Chris. But that's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.